In a word or two, how would you sum up your England career?
Ups and downs. The manager was very good with me and spoke to me. We were on the same page in terms of why he wasn't choosing me.
What was this mental exhaustion, do you think?
Well, I think the summer, of course.
In a word or two, how would you sum up your England career?
Ups and downs. That's the two words, really. Yeah, obviously the ups have been brilliant, but then the downs haven't. They've been personal downs, but then also to be involved in that summer was brilliant. You know, didn't play as much football as I would have liked, but to have been involved in that group, going to the games, seeing the way that the fans and the team connected. Of course, it was brilliant to be a part of that and see it, and you know, it's something that, of course, I will be telling my kids one day. You know how amazing it was to be involved in something like that.
In the summer, what was the hardest moment to take during that process?
Do you know what? It was probably the COVID part of it all, because although I wasn't playing before and after the COVID, I was with the group every day. I was training with the group. I was enjoying being with the group off the pitch in the hotel playing basketball. So to then 10 days of you're literally in a room by yourself, training by yourself, although me and Mason were on, we could shout at each other from either pitch.
But you weren't able to be.
But we weren't able to be with each other, train with each other. So yeah, for sure it was difficult, but you know, like I've said to a lot of people over the past few months, I think it's football and there are downs, and I think it's how you respond to the downs that are going to, you know, define you as a footballer.
On a daily basis, what were you doing in that 10-day period?
Wake up, have breakfast in my room, watch a lot of TV series.
What did you get through in terms of TV?
I watched Game of Thrones again, the whole thing in 10 days, which shows how much time I had on my hands.
Who's keeping your spirits up at that point?
Myself, my family. Have to say my family mostly, of course. You know, got a very good support network around me of people who are very positive. And you know, if I'm going through a period where I might be struggling a little bit, I've got two very good parents and 3 or 4 very close friends that like to, you know, keep me positive.
At the end of May, you've had the night of your life with Chelsea. You've won the Champions League. You're joining up with England. Did you expect to start at the Euros?
I'd never say I expect to start, because complacency doesn't really have a part in the group that we have here. So I definitely didn't expect to start. I was hopeful and confident that I may start off what had been a good season for me at Chelsea, but then, you know, there's other brilliant players in the same position as me, not just Luke. Tripp's done brilliantly when he played. You've got Bukayo that can play there, as much as he'd tell you that he doesn't like playing there as much as he does forward up the pitch. And then Luke ended up having a brilliant tournament. So it's one of them things, like I said, it's football, and as much as I would have loved to have played, you know, the boys all done brilliant.
When the team is read out for the Croatia game and you're not at left back and then you're not in the 23, that must have been tough.
Yeah, I mean, what makes it more tough, like you've said, is you've just played in the Champions League final, probably had the best night of football in my career so far. To then come to the Euros and, you know, your confidence is soaring. You've just had a brilliant Chelsea season. To then come and then, like you said, you don't play, you're not in the 23. Of course it's difficult, but like I said, the manager was very good with me and spoke to me the whole process and made sure that we were on the same page in terms of why he wasn't choosing me or picking me to play.
What was the essence of the reason?
To be fair, I think it was majority to do with the fact that he saw Luke more in the back four that the team was playing in, whereas I'd played in a back five at Chelsea for, well, since the manager came in, so 6-7 months. I hadn't actually played in a back four for that length of time, so that was his reasoning. And of course, you know, I accepted it and got behind the team and trained hard and made sure I was ready.
But then, your Chelsea manager spoke about this, that there's a hangover. Thomas Tuchel says you were mentally exhausted. He saw that in you. Just explain.
I mean, I think when I come back to Chelsea, at the time I was too eager to try and I wanted to just get back playing football. It had felt like a lifetime since I'd played in the Champions League final, and I wanted to get back and I wanted to play. I was doing things I would never normally do in training because I was just so eager to get back on the pitch playing. And at the time I didn't see it because I was working too hard, if that makes sense. I was doing too much to try and show the manager that I wanted to play, I wanted to get back on the pitch. But the manager was very good with me again, and he spoke to me and said, look, you just need to relax a little bit. You're doing too much, you're trying too hard. I think mentally you're just not there at the moment to be playing. Your fitness is there, but mentally you just need to get back in a good headspace to be able to play.
What was this mental exhaustion, do you think?
Well, I think the summer, of course, had a factor to do with it, although I, at the time, didn't think or know that there was any mental exhaustion there. Potentially there was. And of course, Marcos was playing very well at the time for Chelsea, and I think he scored in the first league game of the season and then had a brilliant run of games, and the team was winning. So again, it just had to be about the same as kind of here in the summer, biding my time, training hard, getting behind the group, and making sure when I was called upon to play that I was ready.
Do you think helping others, you're being so generous in a way, giving in the summer to others and maybe not getting anything back, you see what I mean? That you're trying,
I mean,
but you're actually tiring yourself out.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can't really answer it because I don't really know what it was, because I wasn't tiring myself out for the team. I was doing it because I wanted to support the team in the summer. But then, I don't know, it's obviously human that there is going to be, a mental kind of backlash that when you do come back in to play for your club, like I said, I was so eager to get back on the pitch playing that maybe I was doing too much, trying too hard to do that.
If there's one thing the summer experience taught you that you're using now, what is it?
I think that football is ups and downs, and just don't get too high when things are going well and don't get too low when things are going bad. Just try and stay neutral. And it's actually something that Brendan Rodgers told me when I was at Leicester. He told us as a team going back 2-3 years ago, and it kind of stuck with me, but I'd never really experienced it. So until now, where I've kind of experienced it, that saying has kind of stuck with me, what he told me all them years ago.
Thank you.